Dun 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 dun. All right, now let us begin. Saw you in sand. be picking up background noise. We'll find out sure enough. Okay, let us begin. Let's see, we've got something up here. Something here. What do we got? Update. Oh, reading information. Don't want that. Don't care. Mail. I've got mail. Flame on. Wishing material. Woo. Okay, let's go. Navigate. Teleport. Game on. Let's play a game. Story time.
Caravan Rebat. Now let Paimon think. What were we up to the first time we came here?
How do I get background noise on my mics? Okay. Shouldn't be getting any background. Why?
Oh, Paimon remembers. Nahita's consciousness had been trapped by the doctor, but we followed the clues she left behind to help her. So much time has already passed since then, and it seems Sumeru's changing for the better now that Nahita's in charge, right? Paimon just hopes this peace will last a long time, and then Nahita won't have any more new problems to deal with. Yeah, guess you're right. We somehow always find ourselves right in the thick of it. Who knows what will happen next? Come to think of it, maybe it's all because of you. Maybe you're just a magnet for trouble. Huh? Me? Before Paimon ran into you, Paimon never ran into any trouble. At most, when she was super tired, Paimon got caught in some strange whirlpool and sucked out into sea. And even then, you fished Paimon out.
Sucked in a whirlpool, sucked into the sea. Oh, we just got a lore drop. We now know how she ended up into the sea. She got sucked into it by a whirlpool.
Anyway, for Nahita's sake, maybe we should think about heading to our next destination for now.
Ah, look who it is. Running into you in a place like this? I can see you two still love wandering around.
Oh, it's Dia! Since when are we just one? But never mind that. What brings you here?
I just finished a commission in the desert for a usual client of mine. Nothing too interesting. Just escorting a shipment of goods. I'm on my way to report back. That's when I saw you two all the way over there, chatting away. What were you two talking about anyway? Huh? You serious? Can't say I saw that coming. But you are travelers after all. I guess you'd never stay for too long in one place.
Most interesting. Yes, most interesting. Most interesting. Well, we got a little bit of a lore drop. Now that we know how a little bit of a lore drop. Now that we know how Paimon did end up in the water. Now that we know more of Paimon did end up in the sucked her in water. Now that we know more of Paimon did end up sucked her in water. Now that we know more of Paimon did end up sucked her in water. More of Paimon did end up sucked her in. What's up with my audio? What's up with the mic seems to be too sensitive right now? What's up with the mic seems to be too sensitive right now? What's up with the mic seems to be too sensitive right now? What's up with the mic seems to be too sensitive? Why am I getting the feedback? Why am I getting the feedback? Why am I getting the feedback? I do not get this. I do not get this. Mic test. 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 There's something wrong with my audio. There's something wrong with my audio. There's something wrong with my audio. What the hell is wrong with my audio? Something's going on here. Mic test. Mic test. Okay, we'll have to see how it goes.
Bumping into you like this will become a rarity. I'm starting to feel sad just thinking about it.
Don't feel sad. 'Cause we
Hey,
own you now.
how about I gather a few mercs to escort you two? What do you say?
Okay.
Thanks, but no need. Oh, Paimon had no clue you'd miss us so much. But don't worry, we'll come back to see everyone when we get a chance.
Yep, we always do. We're awesome. We are awesome. We like our friends. We like keeping our friends. Keep them in touch, yeah?
Sounds good. All you need to do to get to Fontaine is cross this stretch of desert and navigate some waterways. Knowing you two, I'm sure it won't be anything you can't handle.
Nope, we can handle anything.
So, when are you leaving?
Right now, after you're done distracting us and stopping us from going,
Oh, wait a sec. Paimon just remembered there are still a few dishes in Sumeru that Paimon hasn't tried yet. Now, where's that list Paimon made?
He says, I am Fontaine Man.
I see. Guess you won't be needing a going away party or anything. It's sad enough to see you go like this.
We'll be back.
Though, now that I think about it,
Blue eyes.
Sumeru wouldn't be what it is
Pretty
today
blue
without
eyes.
you.
Her
Seems
pretty
true
blue
heroes
eyes.
always prefer leaving quietly.
By the way, should we go say bye to Nahida? Oh, good point. Then there's no need to bother her in the real world.
No need.
Then, I guess this is goodbye for now, Traveler in Paimon.
Goodbye, dear.
It's not like we're
Bye-bye,
gonna die
Sumeru.
or anything. Come on. Death doesn't exist in this game. It's not real. It's all a figment of our imagination. So unfortunately, all this is a fantasy world. Oh man, I have a story to tell you about this game. I figured out the whole entire story premise and more now. I figured it all out. A whole bunch of little details. Little details that people don't pay attention to. I figured out the whole entire game story. Paimon's a little joyful wriggle. We're off the viewpoint. We're right there off the bat. Woo! Oh, yeah, I want to take a look at this map. Oh, look at this. So we're going to go that way. First things first, we're going to look for the treasure chest. Something new. Just what? Oh, I love this feature. It's so much better. It's so much
A pleasure
better.
to be working with you. I will bring my...
This chest. I know it's not a chest. All this here to explore now. We got this waypoint up here. We got all this more little chunk here to explore and everything. First, I want the chest. I want to get my first chest of the game. First chest. Goodbye.
Shadows of fate! Go. Whirling snow! Yeah! Ha! Tum! Take flight!
Anything's trusted yesterday. Not very precious, but precious to me. All chests matter.
Collecting rare and exquisite treasures.
All
Yes,
chests matter.
seems
Look at
suitably
this. Look at this.
sophisticated.
Just what? Carrots. Green tortoises, more angry tortoises, and invincible. The only thing that's unkillable in the game. Aurora! More. Maybe some more and more. Huh? Investigate. Investigate. Okay. Yes, oh, look what I see. Look what I see. Oh, I gotta go. Oh, I don't have so much stuff. Or go on with the story and then I double back and find it. See what happens.
After crossing all that sand and water, we finally made it! Oh, this must be Fontaine's port!
It must be. Let's not jump to any assumptions.
Everything looks so
It could be.
advanced
It
in
might not be.
Fontaine. Paimon's heard that the industry here is extremely developed, and there are all kinds of unusual machines. Just seeing the sights as a tourist is nice, but maybe it would be better if we found something to do.
Let's see if we can see Celestia in the sky here.
What do you think?
Yes.
Good idea! Seeking out the Seven is probably still our best source for information at this point. Yeah, the more we can learn, the better.
Mr. Boy.
So, what do you think the Hydro Archon's like? Will we get along? Nahida said that she has a very unique personality, whatever that means.
She's on
To
crystal
learn
map.
about a nation's god, start with the nation's people. There seems to be some locals talking over there. Let's go see if we can join the party.
Come on.
If you ask me, it's a tragedy how things ended for him. Clearly, he was a pretty decent person.
Yeah, I didn't expect that kind of ending for him. I thought he would at least fight on a little longer for his family. I was expecting a sudden plot twist, but it's a pity that it never happened. Still, his story is quite the tearjerker.
Excuse me. Can I help you two? I couldn't help but notice you standing here listening.
Hi. We're travelers new to Fontaine, and we had something we wanted to ask, but you seem to be really busy talking about some kind of play, so we didn't want to interrupt.
Play? Oh, no. We're talking about something that really happened. In fact, it's a case that was just heard a few days ago.
Really? Like a real trial?
Well, good tales are often based on true stories, aren't they? And what you see in reality may also be someone deliberately putting on an act while harboring all. Whether something is true or not simply isn't that important. The main thing is whether the story being acted out on this. Oh, but it looks like you're not from around here. You probably don't know that the Fontaine Court of Justice is called the Opera Epiclese, or more commonly known as
But, shouldn't court cases be treated a little more seriously than...
No worries. Other visitors to Fontaine have wondered the same thing. You could say that we just don't want to waste the moving stories behind those cases. And as for your worries about whether the cases are treated with due reverence, we have the absolutely, as well as the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal, a machine created by the Archon. Between the machine and the Chief Justice.
You're a trees? Is it some kind of machine, too? Oh, Paimon's curious. Wait, Paimon almost forgot to ask you our question. Do you know what we should do if we...
Oh, that's easy. Just go to the Opera House. Lady Farina practically lives there. You could definitely say it's her biggest passion.
I think what they mean is that they wish to speak with the Archon personally. In that case, I'm afraid it's going to be a tad more difficult. You'll have to make an appointment well in advance, and it'll depend on what...
Huh. Is the Hydro Archon super busy taking care of a...
No. Lady Farina,
That's right. After all, she is the Archon.
Huh. First time Paimon's ever heard of an Archon being described that... Wait! Paimon gets now! The Hydro Archon is kinda like...
Yeah, I suppose you could say that. Perhaps you could...
Hang on. This is still Fontaine's Archon you're talking about. You should show some more respect.
Yes, you're right. I guess I should at least try to be a little more respectful and...
Come on. Sure, there's a lot...
Alright, I think we get it. Thank you! At least we now know that we can find the Hydro Archon at the Opera House. But who knows how long making an appointment will take? Hey! What are you looking over there for? Huh. Maybe something's the matter. She isn't going to jump into the water, is she? Maybe we better go check on her. Hello there.
Huh? I'm fine. Thanks.
Oh, okay then. We just noticed that you seem to be...
About many things, actually. But there's nothing. I was just reminiscing about a place my brother and I would play when we were kids.
You're pointing at the sea.
No people call the waters around Fontaine a sea. It's actually... And no, I can still see that hill clearly in my memories. Now, it's been... He would skip and jump, tossing sand in the wind. But now, the water is gradually swallowing our memories. It won't be long before...
Sorry. Paimon doesn't really get what you mean.
I don't believe we've had the pleasure of meeting. Are you Lynette's new friends?
That's right. The water level has been rising. That's why there's a lot of rooms underwater. Which leads to my theory that most of the surface that we see is relatively new to this world, and most of the old world is lost in the depths.
Oh, and you are?
Thanks for looking after my sister. She often comes here to reminisce about our child. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Linny, and this is my sister Lynette. If I had to guess, I'd say you must be traveling.
Nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. We just arrived in Fontaine. We were just talking with your sister. Even though we didn't really get what she was saying.
I see. It's unusual for...
Oh, really? Then you two are just like us. Paimon's always the one talking for some reason. So that's how you think?
I also think my brother can be too talkative at times.
So, what did Lynette mean just now?
Oh, that. It's from a prophecy that's been circulating in Fontaine for some time. Well, I suppose prophecy isn't exactly the right word, because that implies a certain amount of... Where to begin? Let's put that question on hold for a moment. We still haven't formally greeted each other yet, have...
Did all the introductions earlier not count?
Hello, traveler. And hello, Paimon.
Hey! Why didn't Paimon get a handshake? You're not...
Please, don't take offense. Just consider it a sort of etiquette we have here in Fontaine when making new friends. You should remember it. It might prove useful.
Oh, all right then. Well, Paimon's just happened. By the way, we were just getting ready to go to the Opera House to meet the Hydro Archon. Would you be able to show us the way?
So when it comes to humans, you shake your hands, but when it comes to machines, you do not shake their hands.
So you're going to see Lady Farina? No problem at all. In fact, I was planning to go to the Opera House later myself. I'll gladly take you once I finish things here. Please, follow me.
Interesting.
You said you were going to see Lady Farina? Well, it seems Lady Farina has come to see you.
Oh.
So, she's the Hydro Archon? But how did she know we were looking?
My dear people, rich and poor, those with cup in hand and those with nothing at all, raise your glasses in celebration. If you don't have one, as you can all see, two unfamiliar travelers have arrived in our nation. Come, let us make a toast in honor of this traveler and her companion who have journeyed here from distant lands.
They're gonna eat us. That's the plan. They're gonna eat us. The cannibals.
Is she talking about us?
I've long heard of the turmoil and chaos you left in your wake as you visited other nations, but I welcome you nevertheless. No, I have come to receive you. Fear is for insignificant cowards. I am a god, and I will never entertain the notion of such meaningless wariness. You can be rest assured. I see clearly. Of course, seeking an audience with me is the most sensible thing to do. It will allow you to truly behold my power. I, Focalor, hereby welcome you to the nation of Hydro and acknowledge the
Yeah, Paimon still can't believe it. Feels like we've only been here for a few minutes. But the Hydro Archon's entrance was, how should I, Miss Hydro Archon? How did you know we were coming?
I see. As Outlanders, you inevitably lack even some of the most basic understanding. Don't forget that even the gods can be divided into the mediocre and the excellent. I suppose it's... You had best stop and consider. Do you really have the noble qualities and etiquette necessary to communicate with a god? All it takes is a flick of my finger for me to know...
Whoa, talk about sounding high and mighty.
Oh? What's with these looks? Perhaps the welcoming ceremony still is...
Is she waiting?
Wow, I didn't expect to see Lady Farina here. What? Wait, does this mean they're the legendary blonde traveler? How did I know?
Hey, what's all the commotion?
Oh, of course. That's the blonde traveler. The one all those stories...
Ooh, I've got to see this. I knew Lady for...
Yes, but don't get too excited now. My dear believers, you may consider this my reward to all of you. I have determined that there will be an epic duel between myself and this traveler from another land, just as you were hoping.
Oh, we get beat
Now
up
she wants
another.
to fight? Aren't we getting a little ahead of ourselves?
Are you not afraid? Might I remind you that this is a duel?
What are you trying to do, traveler? Provoking a god in front of her people?
Stand down, Clorend. I admire her bravery. Few have the Unfortunately, people nowadays only crave to be thrilled, and a mere duel will not slake their...
Huh. Yeah, she's right. Just a duel wouldn't be all that interesting.
On Araneus, criminals are always requesting duels to defend their honor.
You see. Then, as the god of justice...
Whoa.
Right. This is Fontaine, after...
Why do you care so much about the crowd's reactions? Seems you've spent a little too much time. Besides, how exactly do you plan to have a duel in court? You mean you're going to put us on...
Oh, we have reason to put you on trial. It's according to Fontaine law, no one is permitted to release any flying objects within Fontaine city limits during the first 3 days of each month. You are clearly guilty of...
Oh, so that's what they've done wrong. That's Our Lady for...
You call that obvious? What kind of law is that? Wait,
Precisely! Now, if you two have no objections, then...
My apologies, Lady Farina. I don't mean to spoil the fun. But if you would allow me to... I don't think that Paimon here meets the definition of a flying object.
you tell her, Linny. Finally, someone who's not crazy.
Great magician Linny, my beloved citizen. I'll permit you to object.
As a magician who just rained on your parade, I naturally should shoulder the responsibility of saving the show. So, with such an audience gathered here, allow me to perform a trick for everyone.
Ta-da!
What's that on Paimon's back? Hey, when did you do that?
There. As you can all clearly see, Paimon should be classified as, well, something like a balloon. This rope has been in the traveler's hand all along. It was just that no one could see it before.
Huh? You call that magic? You've got...
I thought it was...
Huh. I'm not sure what to think. It seems Lady Farina's charge is no...
Amusing. Very amusing, Linny. Just the sort of unexpected twist that I enjoy.
Performance? You see,
In which case, consider the matter of your trial resolved. The god of justice will not... But when there are valid grounds, I will not only judge travelers from abroad, but even the gods of other lands. I look forward to seeing your upcoming performance at the Opera House, Mr. Linny and Miss Lynette.
just like that, she's gone. Wow, that's the most unpredictable archive for future Paimon. That whole scene just now was really...
Don't mention it. I just happened to remember that there was such a law, so I did a little preparation. Just so. Now do you see what kind of god Lady Farina is?
She can be a bit confusing at times, but she is still amenable to reason.
Anyway, Paimon had no idea you were a magician, Linny. It sounded like you'll be performing at the Opera House, right?
I just know a few simple tricks I use to make a living. Lynette, it will actually be my first time performing on the most prestigious...
But isn't the Opera House where criminal trials...
When there are no public trials being held, the Opera House hosts a variety of other performances. To the people of Fontaine... And speaking of performances, I would be remiss to forego this opportunity gifted by fate.
My brother's always excited to make new friends.
Oh, sure. We don't really have anything to do now, and we wanted to go to...
Splendid. In that case, why don't we go together? Oh, you really mean it? Then I'll take you up on your offer. This is a magical item known as a magic pocket. Perhaps you can help me distribute...
Huh? What are they going to use it for?
About that... You asked me before about the prophecy, right? Let me start by telling you a little more. I'm not sure exactly when it began, but a prophecy has been circulating. It says that every person in Fontaine is born with sin. No matter how the Nation of Justice holds trial after trial, this sin cannot be absolved.
Sounds like Christianity.
Until one day, the water levels in Fontaine will rise, and the sinful people will slowly be drowned. In the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain, weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine...
That sounds pretty gloomy. Why are people in Fontaine born with sin? What is that supposed to mean?
There are lots of guesses. Some say that the ancestors of Fontaine stole the power of the seas and stirred its wrath. Others say that the people of Fontaine never heeded the first Hydro Archon's warnings and offended Celestia. But here in Fontaine, evidence is what matters. There hasn't been concrete evidence for any of...
If even the people in Fontaine don't know what sin they committed, wouldn't it be better just to...
That's exactly what the people did at first. But in the last few years, the water levels in Fontaine have actually started rising.
Many places have already been completely submerged, and now lie beneath the sea.
Many people carry on with their lives as before and shrug it off as... We hope that at least the people who reside near the waterfront can move away before it's too late. So, as a magical item, these magic pockets have astonishing capacity. I'm sure they will come in handy.
Oh, Paimon gets it! It's like preparing for a rainy day! But this is more...
Perhaps only absolute power could ever contend with such a catastrophe. Now, if you'd like to help, then please give these magic pockets to anyone nearby. Be sure...
You gave a magic box and you have to put them in the magic box. This is nice. Gotcha. Damn it. Well, new dog thing. Here it is, man. There you go. That's not pretty damn fun. Holy cow. I didn't even realize that was That's pretty impressive. Understand.
So you're the blonde traveler that everyone's been talking about.
Listen.
Oh, a magic pocket? Thanks. Please, also thank the magician on my behalf when...
That's one. That's one.
What's this? So you all...
What? You mean you...
No, I believe in the prophecy. The story says that people once lived in the ocean. They were one with the ocean and couldn't live apart from it. As time wore on, people desired to live on land and developed blood vessels, encapsulating the sea within their bodies. So, if you ask me, when the water rises and takes us all...
Oh. Yep.
All right, I'll take it.
There you go. Dude, I want
I can't wait to get...
I don't want that thing. Way I see it, if the prophecy's true, life is all about living in the moment. What use is there in...
You should still take it. You never know what...
Oh, all right, fine. Thanks. It's just that... if I start moving, that means I've already given up on the...
Oh, you already handed out all of the magic pockets? That was fast. So, what did people have to say? I bet you heard some... Yes, but that will change once disaster strikes. I know they'll change
Is there anything else you need to do before we leave?
Yes, one last thing. I have the magic pockets made by a workshop in the court of Fontaine. Since we're out and about, I was thinking about bringing him some more materials.
So, you want to collect materials? Just tell us what the materials...
Oh, that would be much appreciated. We'll need some romaritime flour.
I can't wait to give her my gift.
It seems we have to use Hydro to collect romaritime flowers.
Only the dog is quiet.
That's cheating. Here's the tough part. What's my... a long trip. A long trip up. Seriously. Man. Purpose to go down. That's a lot. That's pretty good. You look at that, 73 years now. 64. It's a 100 some odd meters. That is insane.
made quick work of that. I can tell you're an Maybe next time you'll...
No.
Fine. Though the performance is still...
So, we're going to the court of Fontaine before we head to the Opera House?
Wait, shh. Have you noticed that person over there? The young girl.
Huh? What's wrong with her? Paimon didn't notice anything.
She's obviously a thief. Magicians and thieves practice similar methods. We divert attention, and a distracted audience is one that won't just watch her movements carefully.
Oh, he's right!
Shh! Keep your voice down. We need to think of a way to catch her. It seems she's very alert. Perhaps we can split up. You two can ride the lift over there and wait up top. I bet that'll be her escape route if she tries to... All right.
This is the spot where Linny wanted us to wait. Oh, look! Isn't that her? Oh no! Did she notice us? She started running the other direction! What should we do? Should we chase her? You're right. She might Nothing's happened for a while now. Paimon wonders if Linny caught the thief. Yeah, let's go.
Are you sure that's all she took? You should check to make sure you're not missing anything else.
No, that was all. Oh, I can't thank you enough. Anyway, I should be...
Oh, were you returning what the thief had stolen?
That's right. Pity I wasn't able to catch her. She distracted me by dropping the thing she stole on the ground. By the time I looked back...
I saw the general direction she went, but Linny twisted his ankle, and I needed to make sure he...
Oh, did you get hurt?
I'll be all right. It's just a twisted ankle, that's all. In fact...
If you want to play at being a hero, at least try not to get hurt doing it.
You're right, you're right. I have to admit that the thief was even more skilled, but at least we were able to get the stolen items back, so it...
What a slippery little thief. Guess things turned out all right.
All right, let's put this little detour behind us. We should go to the Court of Fontaine now.
Okay.
genius way to get around. People
This is an aquabus. It allows people to travel between several key locations around Fontaine. It's pretty convenient, but the ride can become a little dull after a while. The scenery is always the same.
So you mean it's still boring even when I'm riding with you?
No, that's not what I meant. It's just that, besides, it doesn't really feel like a real trip when it's just the two.
Whatever.
Guess that's what it's like to be in a...
It's about time for us to leave.
Make like a tree and leaf.
Huh? What? Traveler! Paimon! Charlotte!
Oh, I never guessed I'd bump into you while riding the aquabus. What are you doing in Fontaine? I didn't hear anything about you paying a...
Yeah, it's quite the coincidence. But as travelers, we're always on the move. Though we still have no idea how the Hydro Archon knew about us.
Oh, no need for introductions, Paimon. I would recognize the great magician Linny, and I wouldn't be much of a reporter if I didn't know who they were. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you. From the Steambird, huh? We've often relied on your...
It's an honor to meet you.
Now that everyone knows each other, Fontaine... So, what have you been up to lately, Charlotte? Any big news?
Not too much. When there isn't any breaking news, I mainly cover the trials at the Opera House. You can still manage to keep readers' attention as long as you tell things from a clever enough angle, even if it's the same old topics. For example, reporting on how a scammer once deceived vulnerable girls into relationships, or how a financial criminal was once so poor that they ate a single piece of bread for 5 days. Ah, you're right. Seems you know me. Oh, I just remembered. I've been following a case lately.
You mean the serial disappearances of young women?
That's right. These stories are the talk of the town right now. And if I'm the first with a draft ready to publish when the case is finally cracked, oh, when that happens, I bet all the other reporters will shed tears of envy.
So, what is the serial disappearance?
That's right. The first missing girl case happened almost 20 years ago. Ever since, after a period of time, another girl disappears. What the cases have in common is, but the scariest part is that to this day, none of the girls have ever been found. Many suspects have been arrested over the years in connection with this case, but shortly after each arrest, another disappearance would always happen. Yes, it's possible. But either way,
Yes, I agree. And at the very least, the family of those missing girls deserves... I just imagined for a second what I would do if Lynette were to suddenly disappear.
Please don't imagine that, Linny.
Hey, we're almost there! Look!
There's a really high mountain back there. It might actually be higher than... It might actually have something higher than the fascinating.
well, I really enjoyed chatting with you. Life should...
Yeah, us as well. The ride went by.
Oh, I have an interview to get to. I should get go...
Okay, Paimon hopes else we can chat again.
Bye now. Oh, be sure to stop by and see me.
Ooh.
What a tough job. Always running around and interviewing
If you don't mind, how about we stop by my home first?
Sure, we wouldn't mind at all. This city is so huge, Paimon wouldn't...
I just dropped it. Interesting.
No way. I'm not guessing.
This is our current abode. Ah, Fremine, you're home. Where did...
Oh, they all just went out a moment ago.
I see. Everyone is getting busier now that Father will be returning soon. I suppose... Allow me to introduce you to my little brother, Fremine. He is a phenomenal diver.
Hello.
Nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. Oh, you sound very...
Lenny, could you come here for a moment?
What is it, Fremine? Do you have something to tell me? Okay, I see.
Is everything all right?
Oh, it's nothing. We were just discussing a little house. Oh, before I forget, the Traveler and I collected more materials to make magic pockets. Were you able?
Yes, I went diving and gathered lots of materials. I was a...
That's our Fremine, always quick with the underwater work. All right.
Looks like rain.
Oh, you're right. But wasn't it clear and...
I'm afraid that's just how it is here. It often rains on days where there are trials being held in the Opera House, but don't worry, it'll clear up soon enough.
Boy, how have you been? I'm worried about you. I'm worried to death about you. I've been worried to death.
What's wrong, Fremine?
There's a legend about the rain that I tend to believe.
Dun, 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 dun. Okay.
It said that a drag. When I was a child, my mother told me that if I wanted to go outside and play, I should yell toward the sky at the top of my lungs. Hydro Dragon! Hydro Dragon! Don't cry!
If it's an elemental dragon, then having the power to make it rain wouldn't be very unusual. Let Paimon try something. Hydro Dragon, don't cry!
Doesn't seem to be of any use. It is just a legend after all.
You know, you might be a more popular magician if you understood the concept of romanticism.
Sorry. It might be because we've never met the Hydro Dragon. Perhaps it can't be comforted by the... It rained for longer than I suspected. Oh, it's already getting late.
Was there something you needed to do, Linny?
Yeah, some preparations for the show at the Opera House. On the day of the performance, just ride the aquabus to the island of Araneus. I'll have Lynette meet you at the fountain in front of the Opera House.
Oh, are you leaving now?
What is it, Fremine? I'm in a hurry. Oh, perhaps we could trouble the Traveler to help us take these materials to the Beaumont workshop and deliver them to the... I'm afraid that Fremine can be quite introverted. And the boss there tends to be pretty talkative.
No trouble at all! Don't worry, we're on the...
Sorry for the inconvenience. I'm quite useless when it comes to such tasks.
Oh, no need! This will be a walk in the park for us.
Let's check it out.
Let the magic begin!
You get her for free without doing anything?
Let the magic begin!
Okay, let's do some test running. Let's see what he can do.
And voila! At the frying pan, into the fire! Stand with me! Boba, get them! Let's light it up! With teamwork is dreamwork! This way! I'll settle this!
Here comes the finale.
Our bond is strong! Everybody stand up! Eat this! Lightning Sherlock!
A round of applause.
That's a lot of damage. That was a lot of damage. He's going to be a pretty powerful pyro character, I think. Let me see what they got me set up on. That one. 4-piece.
This is no time for distractions. Seriously, you have a great magician standing there.
Busted.
What's the hurry? This world will be frozen.
Gotcha. Game's up. One's over. You're in for a little shock. Try not to enjoy this too much.
Oh, so sorry.
Here comes the catch.
Next, Pomelo down. I love Pomelo.
Once, there was a glorious kingdom established among the...
hello there. New customers? Looking to buy, or do you need something made?
Oh no, we're just here to deliver some
Ah, these must be for Magic Pockets! No need. They've already prepaid several batches worth, but they insisted on paying the full amount, saying that I had a business to run.
Whoa. So, is Lenny actually loaded?
I can't say for sure, but who knows? Maybe there's good money to be made being—
Hey! Is this machine what you use to make stuff?
Why use your hands when a machine can do the work? It would be a—
But where does a big machine like that get its power?
Well, it's a little but basically, everything we usually use here in the city is powered by indemnitium. It's a type of energy that's produced from trials.
Huh? How can trials produce that?
Well, I'm not completely sure of all the details myself, but basically, when a trial is in session, the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale harvests people's belief in justice and converts it into energy to be used all around.
So that's what its other function is? Paimon heard that but Paimon still doesn't get it. How could something unreliable like people's beliefs be turned into a stable power source for these machines? Oh yeah! So that means the Hydro Archon relies on the machine to take the energy created by belief and turn it into power.
Even though I've never heard anyone really put it that way before, it sounds like it makes— Besides indemnitium, we have another type of energy called pneumosia. It isn't produced by the power of the Archon, but it is unstable by nature. Even now, it still cannot be widely used by civilians.
I thought I'd find you hard at work, but here you are chatting the day away. Since you're already talking, I'm sure you wouldn't mind a few words with me.
You again? Didn't I already promise you that I'd have the more I owe to Confrérie of Cabriere by next month?
Yeah, but how do we know that you won't go running off by the end of this month?
Huh?
Seems business isn't so great for the workshop. We've already finished our job and delivered the materials. Maybe now's a good time to leave?
Hey, hold on. Before you go around trying to collect payments, why don't you settle your own debts first? If Confrérie of Cabriere wants to poach clients from Northland Bank, that's fine. But I'm afraid you still owe the bank a hefty sum of mora.
You're from Northland Bank. But we said we'll pay everything we owe next month.
Traveler, Paimon! I didn't think I'd run into you here in Fontaine. What are the chances?
We're surprised to see you too! What are you doing here in Fontaine? You didn't
Long story short, I've already been in Fontaine for some time now. And honestly, but it seems that fate brought our paths together today. Not only will I have some good friends here now, but ones who always, either way you look at it, it seems things are going to get a lot—
Pretty sure we'd want to avoid anything that you'd find interesting. Besides, our trip here has gone pretty well so far. Right, Traveler?
Hey, you, Northland Bank boy.
Don't interrupt. It's not often I run into the Traveler like this. Why don't you wait for me over there for a while?
You kidding? Aren't you the one looking for us? You really expect to— Listen to me, boy. If you want your mora, fine. What?
Hey, I just said not to interrupt. Oh, by the way, Traveler, the last time I took Tonya and Tusser ice fishing, Tusser said—
Hey! That's way over the line! All right, boys, let's see who has to—
Can you at least let me finish one sentence? Fine. Though the bank told me not to get rough with our club, you're the ones who started it. This is an act of self-defense. You two will have to be my witnesses, okay?
I'm sure this won't take long.
Shouldn't let your guard down. No time to lose.
What's your deal, Brad? How are you so strong if you're just a staffer from Snezhnaya's Northland Bank? Wait, don't tell me you're—
Oh, now you notice. It's a little late, don't you think? Just make— Huh?
Now's my chance!
Huh. That was weird. I'm not sure. It's as if I suddenly lost control of my hydro powers when I needed them. Maybe there's something wrong with my...
Strange. How could that happen? First time Paimon's ever heard of someone losing control.
Never mind. It doesn't matter. If I want to stay sharp, I shouldn't be relying too much on my vision anyway. Besides, I always have my delusion in case I need it.
So what are you doing in Fontaine, child? I don't see it.
Well, I guess it's because I've been in a bad mood lately.
Huh? What kind of reason is that? Wait!
I don't know. Maybe I still have a lot to learn about myself.